the situation, the assassination attempt on Donald Trump.
Yes.
That took place
Saturday,
a few days ago. First question, lone nut job or something more to it? Do you think it was a lone whack job?
I think there might be more to it, simply because I question how did a kid like that get that close with an AR-15, spotted by cops with a rangefinder. Like, he's not golfing. He's looking at a range. The cops see him. And my first job as a counter sniper was in 1998, and I could tell you how to set up a range card. And something 150, we'll call it 150 yards just because I'm simple. That is in your range. They said, well, it's out of their range. It's like it should be a minimum of 500. My holds. I was in Albania, of all places, protecting the president of Albania. It was 700 yards minimum. That's my holds. But to have a spot elevated with a line of sight, like the first place you go as a sniper is you go to where the principal will be and where's the danger. Well, that place is a danger. And there's a point now where they're saying, like the director of the Secret Service saying, well, it was a sloped roof. It's like, well, thank God bin Laden didn't have a sloped roof on his house or we couldn't. Come on, what is that shit? You're fine.
It wasn't that sloped.
No, it was 4% maybe. I mean, I was jumping on roofs like that when I was a kid at 10. I wasn't there, and I don't like to judge people that were there because I think that most law enforcement, Secret Service have the best intent. They really do, and they're not trying to screw anything up. So but as far as, political opponents, and there's always the deep state behind them, who's funding what and how much do they hate them? The kid got in there somehow. I don't know if it's either incompetence or an inside job, and either way, it really sucks, and a lot of people should have been fired by now. I mean, we lost a great American, a superhero, jumping on his daughters because of these bullets being fired. I mean, politics aside, the guy's dead, and it's horrible. I don't know. I think we deserve some answers. I mean, why did the first few rounds go into the crowd? And you have the trajectory right there. There's a picture of one of the bullets. Looks like it. And again, I want to believe in the simplest answer. It was a lone nut job, but people are being told to shut up. They're not getting fired. I'd like to know what happened. I don't know.
Do you think we'll be able to find out what happened, or is it going to take an Oliver Stone movie and then another Oliver Stone movie?
We still don't know. We still haven't been confirmed with the Oliver Stone movie.
Yeah, I mean, do you think we'll ever
I don't know. I think the sad truth is we might, if Donald Trump gets elected, we might find out because he's going to go in there with this term. And believe it or not, I think he wants to play nice. I think he wants everyone to succeed. He's a little brash, as you may have noticed. But I think the reason there's such defense against not wanting him in there is because I say, well, if they're saying he's going to come after his opponents, like, well, if you have nothing to hide, then why are you worried? What have you been doing that he might uncover? And that goes to everybody because, it's amazing how you get congressmen and senators who weren't that rich and then all of a sudden they're worth hundreds of millions in Congress. It's like, wow, you got really good at picking stocks all of a sudden. That's crazy.
Really good at picking
or
stocks.
your husband did or something.
Yeah, somebody knows how to do it.
And I think, and I think a good way to, like everything from the Hunter Biden piece to whatever with insider trading, I think a good first step for Trump to be is like, okay, everyone, clean slate. Now let's start over.
That would be good.
That could maybe, we need unity at some point.
Were you watching the rally or did you catch it on the news and Twitter?
I was watching the celebrity golf event. I was watching Alfonso Ribeiro teeing off, I think.
That's a good choice.
Yeah. And I was just on that because I do spend time with politics, but sometimes I just want to break. So I'm watching celebrities play golf, and I'm pissed that they can hit the ball. Like, I golf every day, and I still can't hit the damn ball. And all of a sudden, they go to this thing, and I'm like, whoa, is this real? And then it's the president got shot. It's like, or the former president got shot. So,
what was your immediate reaction? Lone nut job? Because to me, it seemed lone.
Yes.
Are you a conspiracy theorist?
I am now. I am now. Because I've been involved with one thing that is a conspiracy, the bin Laden thing. So I've seen it up close. And I know what happened, and it's hard to convince someone it didn't. So I know that's real, but I wasn't on the moon either. And a lot of the arguments are like, we might have just done that for propaganda. Oh, but then there's as far as we went to the moon so we could get technology for whatever. Are
you talking about like there's conspiracy theories that you guys didn't kill bin Laden?
Oh, there's everything from body double to we didn't kill him to he died in 2001 to all the team was killed by Hillary Clinton after we left, which is bullshit. But I've seen stuff that like, well, okay, that's ridiculous. But I don't trust the government as much now as I did when I joined the Navy.
I know there is no way I'm going to get into your full life. I've heard your story. I've read. I've listened to you on podcasts. So I'm going to try to, do the greatest hits if I can. and stay focused.
Sure.
Because just
Yeah,
what
yeah.
you said right there, and I know we could talk basketball because I know you love
Oh, yeah,
basketball,
yeah.
but I'm sure like there'd be like Michael Rapaport and the guy who killed Osama bin Laden. We don't give a fuck about
What
we
are
don't
they
give a fuck-
possibly?
we
Two
don't
white
care.
dudes they don't know much about.
Yeah, why are they still talking about
Yeah,
Caitlin Clark?
that was a good opening.
That was a good opening. If you were, do you ever do personal security? Do people ask you to do?
I don't do it. I've had it. I mean, I've done it. And I've had it for myself after my name was leaked as killing bin Laden. I've had it. I know how it works. I've got buddies who have some of the best security companies in the world. So we know how to do it. We've trained on it. We've done it for real.
So you understand it. You've done it. You talk. You got friends and all that stuff.
Yeah.
What are the people in your community of friends world saying right now about the Trump thing? Because I think it's frightening that it got.
Yeah.
We're
talking inches, an inch. Yeah.
And how horrible it would have been for the country. How horrible it would have been for the world. I don't care what anyone thinks politically. It would have been really, really bad.
Yeah.
In broad daylight for that to have happened. And I don't understand how it got that close.
I think it's comfort over complacency over comfort. I don't want to judge. I don't even know the sniper that took the shot to kill the guy. I don't want to judge him because I wasn't in his shoes. He's got a lot going through his head. Even if he sees what he thinks is a gun, imagine being that cop, knowing how cops can get treated. Is that a gun? Is that paparazzi? What do I do? Do I take the shot? But just little things like I've talked to Marine snipers, Army snipers, other Navy SEAL snipers. I'm a sniper as well. Tripod's a little off, a little high. It rocked when he shot. Is he in a good position? Are the local cops more enamored with hearing a speech than doing whatever? As far as telling the truth, like as far as a DEI hire, okay, and I'm not saying anyone there was.
Keystone Cop shit. It looked like no. I mean,
I know.
I don't know. I don't care if it was DEI, not DEI. I don't care if it was a guy, girl, white, black, tall, short. This person, and also that same woman, I believe, I'm not sure, is the one who was behind the desk. It's like DEI, not like you can't show up to work ever again.
Well, it's as simple as how tall is the principal, and the argument now is, does Trump wear lifts to make him tall? It doesn't matter. How tall is he with his lifts?
Right.
He's 6'4", fine. I need everyone to be 6'4".
At least.
Because just as simple as I'm just simply not as tall. She might be awesome. I don't know. And I mean, I'm a master training specialist. I've trained people all the time. I don't care how fast you can get your gun back in your holster. How quick can you get it out, and where's your situational awareness?
So do you think people are over?
Yeah, because I've never thought about putting it. I just put it back. But I've also been shot at a bunch, and there's a thing called adrenaline, and maybe she's just a little bit pumped up. What was going through her head? Maybe there's something. She was going for it, couldn't get it back in. Who cares? She had it out.
Speak about the adrenaline, and speak about the fact that you, Secret Service, Navy SEAL, the baddest of the baddest, you are human beings.
Yes.
Your heart does pump. The body takes on. Like in my opinion, people were like, saying it was fake because he, said fight. Trump said fight. Trump said fight. I think it was adrenaline.
Oh yeah.
And scared shit and adrenaline. And he's probably
and plus
played
he
this.
took his ear off. Took part of his head. There's adrenaline there too.
Of course.
Yeah.
And hearing the sounds.
And that'll snap right past you. That's what. The first few times you get shot at, it doesn't sound like a gun being fired. It sounds like a zip, zip, and then a zing. The zings are scary because that means it hit something close to you. But I've had one close, but not quite that close. And I mean, I've been to a point where being shot at by a Chechen on the border of Pakistan, wondering, what is it gonna feel like when I take one of these in the face? And then you start thinking, does it hurt at first? Do I go to heaven? Is there heaven? Well, that nonsense. But your mind, that's why you need muscle memory, especially when you're dealing with guns. It's like shooting free throws too. If you want to be good, do it 1,000 times. Want to be great, do it 10,000, 100,000 times. Because if it comes to fight or flight, you remember your training. Do everything like you do anything. Little things like you never, on the range, even when you eject a magazine, you don't pick it up. If you get a new one in, get it hot. Once it's cold, pick it up. Don't get that bad muscle memory type stuff. So, but if you haven't been shot at, and a lot of the Secret Service hasn't, and that's a good thing. But something's going to click and your training takes over. And okay, she couldn't get into a holster. Whatever. I don't care about that. They got him off the X. And they were quick to jump on. I'm not going to tell them they didn't do a great job. As soon as shots are fired, I don't care what your political party is. If you know they're shooting at that and you're jumping on it, that takes balls, and you're doing your job.
100%.
Yeah. So I hats off to the guys and men and women on him. As far as the staging, the pre-staging, the advanced trip, and the counter sniping, the sniper team leader should have been fired Saturday night, and the director should have resigned Monday, and a couple other more firings down the line. This should not happen.